Hey y'all, it's Jen Carsonson. I am a realtor in Memphis. I ruffled some feathers with my last post, so let me back up and say I have gained a bunch of new followers recently, so you guys might not know who I am, and if that was your first impression of me, please stick around because that was just me having a moment. The 99% of these videos are realtor rants about different things that everyone in the crowd pretty much agrees with, and we have a fun time going back and forth. I teach a lot. I explain my experience of an agent for 18 years, maybe even 19, whatever 2026 minus 2008 is, that's how long I've been an agent. And I've sold, I think we've surpassed 2,000 houses, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I didn't mean to ruffle feathers. In fact, I didn't even realize how common it was for people to say pass fail on appraisal and go FHA. I didn't realize like how common that was, and it's a problem. And so I'm going to unpack it, but not in a way that hopefully like continues to ruffle feathers. So I'm primarily a listing agent, and just hang with me because it's not going to be a long story. I'm primarily a listing agent. I have had buyers terminate based on the fact that their real estate agent said it wouldn't go FHA. I've had feedback left on my listings that say worried about passing appraisal or worried about if it's going to go this or that. And I'm like, what the hell? So I have a right to be frustrated, just like you guys have a right to feel triggered by the fact that like that is misinformation. So here's the thing. Some people in the comments are like, oh, it's the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? No, I don't. No, it's not the same thing either. I'll debate you all day long on it. It's not the same thing. If I tell you that I'm in a vehicle, or if I'm in a car, maybe the argument can be made that that's the same thing. But pass or fail versus lender required repairs is 100% not the same thing. It's just not. Talk to any lender. It's not. One sets the buyer up for expectations that like, hey, if there's going to be repairs on the appraisal, but seller's going to consider it. Seller's going to look at it. The other is like, it's a yes or a no. If there's repairs on the appraisal, it's failed, it's a piece of crap house, and we're not even going to ask the seller to do anything. I'm like, that's not fair. And I'm passionate about like talking about it because listen, there's a group of people that are real estate agents that when they learn something, they're like, ah, damn, I didn't know that. And then there's another group of people that are like, oh, how dare you say it in like a crude way? Because I was frustrated because a deal fell apart because the buyer's agent didn't understand that a house doesn't go FHA and an appraisal doesn't pass or fail. So I was pissed. So I was like, you know what, in the moment, let me just tell you what my rant is. So the other side of that coin is this is a global platform. And whenever I encounter a real estate agent locally, I do correct them. I do say, but let me ask you a question. Accountable people don't mind being accountable. Unaccountable people will always view accountability or explanation or a learning opportunity as an opportunity to feel attacked. And then they get defensive. So like some of y'all maybe are not into being accountable. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying like, welcome. I didn't mean to piss you off as soon as you got here. And also, it's so important to be able to explain to your buyer that, hey, this is an older house, it's got an older roof, it's got older components. I've already called the listing agent. Listing agent says that the seller's going to be amenable or will probably work with whatever appraisal required repairs may come up. But still, your choice to go through with this because we don't know what those appraisal required repairs would be. But in the event that there are repairs, the seller is more than likely going to give it a look. I mean, that's all you can do. I get that. I get that you can't, like, you don't have a crystal ball. You can't see the future. But and then I was thinking, okay, well, what's the other side of this coin? Maybe the agents that are like, will this pass or fail or whatever, maybe they've encountered listing agents that also speak in that vernacular. And maybe they also have that verbiage. And then they're also telling their seller, like, but as a universal, like, platform to, like, educate people, let's just all agree that although you can say that, you shouldn't, because you can kill a deal for your buyer that you can create a problem where there never was one. That's my opinion. I've seen it happen dozens and dozens of times. And imagine how angry the seller is when the buyer's agent leaves feedback. Buyer was concerned the house wouldn't go FHA. And you didn't even call, and you didn't even ask, and the roof is 10 years old, and the HVAC is like relatively newer because the ages are in the MLS. Like, based on what? Based on flooring? Like, based on what? Like, also, everything's a negotiation. So, like, if your buyer really likes it, then give the listing agent a call. You never know. I guess what I'm saying is, like, you just never know. And in this era of deals canceling all the time, let's try to make it work. And yeah, I think the FHA loan process and even VA loan process can be a little more strict than conventional, which makes sense. They should be. Those are government loans. So FHA and VA are government loans. The money is issued by the government. I don't know, like, okay, that's the truth. And then conventional loans, the bank has the money. They might sell it off or whatever, but like, that's a very important distinction. So the qualifications and restrictions of the loan that your client is getting is also important to know. Like, it's not the seller's home per se, it's the type of loan your buyer's getting. So if your buyer's getting a stricter loan or whatever you want to call it, then yeah, that might be the case. But if the seller's like, yeah, sure, I have no offers, so an FHA offer is way better than any other offer because I don't have one, you never know. Anyway, sorry to piss y'all off. That's not my intention. That wasn't my intention. So